Microphone check 1 2 1 2. We got my man Kobe E. Lee in the building. Lee, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I've always been seeing you in the chat room, but I don't ever know what I'm saying this. Kobe Lee, I don't know. Dave W in the building. Salute to you. Let me get that camera going. Give me a second here. You are now tuned in to the network. The YouTube channel takes complex networking topics, dumbs it down to more simple language. Today's topic is more static routes. I know you like static routes, man. Yes, that's right. Static routes until our face turns blue. I'm just kind of dissecting everything about static routes. Something I didn't know about this lab right here. In case you guys want to follow along, you would have to have the CCNP Lab Manual. I'll give you guys a link to that book in case you don't know. But I put where you can find it in I think in the group. I mean on the description box of this video. But just in case nobody don't know how to check check Amazon or don't know how to Google things, I'll just put it in there for you. This right here is the link. Let me see where it's at. Hold on, y'all. Bloop. That is the link to the book. That's where I get some of these labs from, the ones that I do. Oh, this is too long of a link. Let me see if I can pick a shorter link for it. Where's the short link? Maybe this embed one. Here's a share. That's for the email. Can't do it by that. Hold on. Let me see if I can find y'all. Just Google it, man. CCNP Lab Manual version number 8 is for the Encore book. That's where I'm getting this lab from. So if you want to do it with me, get it from Amazon. Or if you do it by other means, go on the internet, you can possibly find it. It's just that you might have to, you know, FBI, open up! Might have to deal with that right there. We got, who we got in the building? We got Helmet Chili. Did I say that? Yeah, Helmet Chili in the building. Salute to you. Appreciate you for tuning in. And we got Diane Foster in the building. Appreciate you for tuning in. Y'all checking in early today. Let's go ahead and get started, I guess. Y'all ready to go? Let me close this. I put the group chat over here on the side. The link to the book was too long because you can only put 200 characters in there. So, and I don't know how to get a short link or a shortened URL for it. But anyway, here is the network topology we're going to be working with if you have the book, right? We got router 1 over here on the left-hand side. We got router 2 in the middle. We got router 3 on the right-hand side. I already got these bad boys cabled up. This was the lab that I tried to do a couple streams back where the shit was messing up on me. Well, I finally decided to mess with it, right? I swapped one of my routers. I didn't run into that issue with my fast Ethernet interfaces, so I don't know what the problem there was. But it worked on this other router. This is a newer 1921 router that I had. I swapped the other one, put it as router 6. And then I was like, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Cabled everything up, ran through the lab, and then I saw that the cables, if you guys don't know anything about serial cables, I should pull it out for you. They can go into the port both ways. Like you can put it in like this, take it out, flip it over, and put it in like that. And it's not going to work if you put it in the wrong way. And not only that, remember we always have, time for me to stream. We always have one side that's clocking, and that is the DCE side. DCE, right? Well, y'all remember what the other side is, right? DTE, data terminal. So in this case, I've got 2 serial cables, one over here and one below it, right? They go into this side. This guy's receiving the clocking. He is the DTE, data terminal equipment, right? He is receiving the clocking. But the thing about these serial cables, they can go into the port both ways. So I probably had them wrong, but I remember in that video stream I was flipping them over and it still wasn't working. But I think it was just a lot of people that was you know, just watching the video, and I just got a little kind of nervous, and I just was like, let me stop fucking with this troubleshooting. And I needed to keep doing it, but I just wanted to move on. So I made sure, let's say, hopefully we don't run into any cabling issues today. We'll just go ahead and let's see. He said, yeah, I know where to get that book. That's what's up, Helmet. I appreciate that. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'll give you guys a link to the Discord server on when I was streaming. I guess I kind of popped up on y'all today, but that's because I had a couple things going on. Even though I said I was going to stream today, I just didn't really get time to put it in my put it in the Discord server. But let me give you guys, anybody that's new in here, if you want to know when I'm stream, I may or may not let you know when this on this Discord server here, but join it anyway. Join the Discord server here. Bling, that is the link. I'm gonna pin it to the chat. What we wanted to talk about today before we get started with the lab, something I saw that was pretty interesting. Oh, this was really interesting to me. There was another one that I wanted to see too. U.S. college VPN credentials for sale on Russian crime forums, FBI says. FBI, open up! Traffic data could lead to subsequent attacks, agency warns. The FBI on Friday said that thousands of compromised credentials harvested from U.S. college and university networks. Holy crap. You know what's funny? I graduated from UCF. You guys don't know, that's University of Central Florida, which is here in Orlando. I haven't logged into that. I've graduated a long time ago. I don't want to say I don't want to age myself here, but I graduated a long time ago. And I was going through my old emails. And I was like, oh shit, I still got my my credentials to log in. I probably shouldn't be telling y'all this shit, but I was like, let me go ahead and see if I can log in. Right, Ploop. Click the reset password button, and then it said it found my email information or whatever, and then I was gonna be able to reset it. But anyways, long story short, I was trying to log in to an account that's been dormant for years, and I'm pretty sure that even that these companies and organizations, they keep your information that's stored in there, and people can gather. That's how these hackers are able to crack into these accounts, man. When these accounts don't get terminated and people can still find ways to log into it, that's how they're able to gather all this information. But yeah, the FBI on Friday said that on Thursday. The FBI on Friday said that thousands of compromised credentials harvested from U.S. college and university networks are circulating on online crime forums in Russia and elsewhere, and could lead to breaches that install ransomware or steal data. Ah, jeez. FBI, open up! The FBI is informing academic partners of identified U.S. college. I hope they don't identify more than my school to be it. Identified U.S. college and university credentials advertised for sale on online criminal marketplaces. Y'all know the black market, basically. And publicly accessible forums, the agency said. This exposure of sensitive credential and network access information, especially privileged user accounts, could lead to subsequent cyber attacks against individual users or affiliated organizations. Login names and passwords are routinely harvested in phishing attacks, like I just said, which may use fake claims of an account breach or COVID-themed pitch to lure victims. Often the threat actors who conduct these attacks sell the data on crime forums. The data can then be scooped up by fellow threat actors who focus on server infections for purposes of ransomware, cryptojacking, or espionage. Blah, blah, blah. And then they talked about an attack against targeting universities to hack EDU accounts. And y'all remember a couple weeks ago, we talked about, I think it's Lincoln College or Lincoln University. I can't remember. I think it's Lincoln College. Some school over there in the Chicago area. After 156 years, they had to shut the school down because of a ransomware attack. So, anyways, they go on and on about the story, and it's just crazy, man. So, both the FBI and independent security researchers recommend IT people inside universities and other organizations to establish, maintain strong liaison relationships with the FBI, open up! Field office in their region to make it easier for parties to communicate in the event of an emergency arises. Shit's crazy, though, man. We got Professor Black Ops in the building. He said, I saw that college in FBI. Education has weak security. Yeah, man, listen. Like I was just telling everybody in here, I was able to log into my university account, and I graduated there years ago. I don't want to age myself and Professor Black Ops over here, but I graduated from university a long time ago, and I was able to pretty much log into it. So that account's been dormant for years. So shit is crazy, man. Hold on, can I scroll up no more? What's going on here? Maybe because of that chat. Anyway, let's hope they're using VPN with certs and passwords. Hopefully, man, hopefully. But I was able to log into it on a public network without having a VPN or anything. So, yeah, shit crazy, man. He said cybersecurity for people. Salute. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all check out Professor Black Ops. He was just talking about. No, he was doing the tabletop exercise. That rule HBCU got shut down for ransomware. Yeah, there was it was like Lincoln College or something like that. That's all I remember. The name of the school was Lincoln. I believe it was Lincoln College. I'm gonna have to check that. Let me fact check before I give y'all some bullshit ass information. Is that what it is? The college Lincoln needs help to survive. Yeah, that was it. No, that says Lincoln University of Missouri. Hold up. I'm trying to figure out what school it was. Yeah, Lincoln College closes after 157 years, blaming COVID, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, it was Lincoln College. Crazy, man. You see, man, cybersecurity, man, that's the growing field here. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the lab. Again, we're doing investigating static routes here. And pretty much kind of reattempting the lab that I tried to do the other day, right? So we had, last time I had, get some red in here to show the importance of it. So yeah, these cables right here, the reason why they weren't working was, like I said, they could go into the serial port both ways, right? But you got to make sure that it's the right way up. And once I did that, I was able to see the serial links come up. So I don't know what happened during that stream, why they wasn't coming up. Maybe it was because I had them flipped the wrong way. I don't know. But I already have the, let's see, router 1 powered on. Is he awake? Yes, he is. Router 2 powered on. And yes, I'm using hardware. God damn it. Brushed off the dust. And there go router 3. I'm going to copy and paste some of these configs in here so we can get started. I had rebooted them because I wanted to start from fresh. If you have the book, then you'll be able to, and this makes the stream a little bit faster too, so that way y'all ain't got to watch me, you know, configuring IP addresses. And in case y'all want to kind of go over it before I paste it in there, but y'all know no IP domain lookup to disable DNS lookups. IPv6 unicast routing, that basically turns on IPv6 routing on your router. This is a banner when we log into it. Y'all know the VTY lines, obviously. We're putting a password on the VTY lines. And then we have the IPv4 and IPv6 addresses on each respective interface. And then we unshut them. Why? Because they are shut down by default on the interfaces when you take them out the box, right? Copy and paste. And we'll do the same thing on the other guy. Oh, we got a duplicate IP address. Interesting. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. I know why. I know exactly why. Let's do a right erase real quick. And the name here router 3. You know why? Because I probably saved it on one of them, probably router 2. How come I got a duplicate IP? I don't know. Let's do this. I'm gonna reload that one. I made that mistake because that was supposed to be on. Bloop, and bring him up. That was actually supposed to be on router 1. That's the issue there. So instead of doing a right erase, because I like to save it, some of the stuff that's on there. Confirm. Yeah, we'll reload that one. And then this stuff that I was copying and pasting needed to be on router 1. So go to global config mode here, paste, bloop. That looks better. I'm glad we was able to catch that immediately, right? Go to router 2. Same thing with router 2. We got Fabian Gonzalez in the building. Appreciate you for tuning in. I got you. I'll give you a crickets over there. I meant to give you an air horn. He said, here I am watching NetworkBruh and Miami versus Boston. That's what's up, Fabian. You should lab with us, but that's cool, man. I want to watch the game. That's a game 7 too, isn't it? Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with the playoffs since Brooklyn got eliminated. I haven't been watching no more. And then the Phoenix Suns got knocked out too. I felt bad for Chris Paul, and I said I'm not watching these series, man. This is just another easy run for the Warriors, man. So we'll go to router 2. Paste that bad boy in there. Let's see. Nope, this is wrong. Let me copy. Make sure I am copy and pasting the correct stuff in here. But who you got going on for that game, Fabian? I'm gonna go with Boston's been really getting some revenge here, man. I think they got the momentum. But I'm gonna go with Miami because I think Jimmy Butler is a dog, man. And I don't know. I haven't watched that series at all. I haven't watched one game, so I'm going with Miami in that one. There's the configs router 2. That looks fine. Router 3 should be coming back up, and then we'll paste that stuff in there. And again, if you guys want to follow along, just make sure I hope you have the book. And then, again, it's the CCNP Lab Manual. that you can get from Amazon. This guy's still reloading, so I guess we could talk about what we're gonna do while he's coming up. We're gonna first start off with, let's see here. Where my list at? It is right here. We're gonna create a static route on router 1. And we're going to do it for the 192.168.2.0 network, which lies over, here's router 1 right over here, right? Whoop, let's use black this time, right? Here's router 1. He needs a way to get to the 192.168.2.0 network, which lies over here. You're probably wondering, well, he should be able to reach it. It's connected to router 2, right? No, because this is a virtual interface, and he has no route to that network. That's, I like to say, sits back here. It's not really back there, but it's virtually on this router, and that's in the network that router 1 doesn't know about. So he gets the question mark. He don't know how to get back there, right? And we're going to create a static route. How's he going to do it? Well, he's going to go to his next hop, which is right there. Bloop. And then he's going to say, to get to that network, take this as the next hop. This one right is over here. What's that next hop? It is .2. 10.1. Right here, right? That IPv4 address. 10.1.2.2 should be the next hop. So let's go to global config mode and do that. No, but actually they said to use the exiting interface. Remember, there's 2 ways to do a static route. We got Cycle of Sevens in the building. He said, what's up from New York people new to the channel? That's what's up, man. Appreciate you for tuning in, Cycle of Sevens. What part of New York from? I'm originally from Harlem, New York, believe it or not. And I speak with a southern drawl, but I've been living in Florida for more than 2/4 of my life. No, two quarters. 2/3 of my life, I'd say. But yeah, I'm from the west side of Harlem, 115th Street. That area. My brother lives in Brooklyn, and that's why I'm mad the Brooklyn Nets are out of it. But anyway, router. So we're gonna do a static route over there, right? But we're not gonna use that next hop. We're not gonna use this as a next hop. They want us to use this exiting interface. Now, this is not really a recommended way to set up a static route. Why? Because it has to do an ARP lookup first. First, he has to say, okay, well, what is the MAC address of that neighboring router? Once he gets to that MAC address, then he's going to say, oh, well, there's the MAC address, and here's the corresponding IP address. Then I can send my traffic out that way. That's why we don't want to use the exiting interface, but they want us to demonstrate that. So we're going to go to router 1, right? Global config mode. And we say IP route, the same command we've been doing for the past month, damn near, right? 192.168.2.0 network. That's the letter O.
You stupid.
I meant 0. Subnet mask of /27, which is 255.255.225.224 with the exiting interface. What's the exiting interface? It is, I know the map. Your interfaces might be different if you're using this book as well. It says GI00 or Gigabit 000. My interface is actually fast Ethernet because I'm too broke to have a gigabit interface. So I'm using a fast Ethernet interface, and it's 00. We're using that exiting interface. Mine is, so we're going to use that to exit to make it to router 2, so we can eventually make it to the loopback network, which is 2.0, right? 192.168.2.0 network, right? And then they want us to basically show IP route and then begin gateway, so we can remove. I didn't know about this. This is the reason why I'm trying to like learn and keep doing this stuff more and more. But this is a way to kind of filter out that legend that you'll see at the top of a whatchamacallit, a routing table. So we remove that legend that be at the top all the time. Now we're seeing just everything that starts from the keyword gateway, right? And then how to get to that 192.168.2.0 network is right here. And we're saying to get there, it is directly connected. We're going to use the exiting interface of FA00. Right? Again, this is not a recommended way to do this. Remember that packet tracer lab we was doing a couple streams back? We were doing the next hop, and that is the recommended way. That's how we want to do it. But they wanted to see this. They also wanted to do a show IP route for that exact network. So let's do that. And we'll say show IP route. Oops, IP route. And then how do I get to this network? Press that. And notice it says here, well, we have a way to get there. It's attached. It's directly connected to us. It's connected to us via FA00. That network is directly connected, right? This, and it says it's a static route there, but this still doesn't tell us the next hop. Well, how can we get that? let's do this. Let's change this and actually put, I think, let me see, put the subnet mask 255.225.224, bloop, and that tells us, it still tells us the exiting interface. We still don't know the next hop with this. So, I guess we could do what? Show IP CEF to see the next hop. I think that's another way. Show IP CEF, and then 192.168.2.0. Let's see what that tells us. Nope, it still doesn't tell us the next hop. We only know the exiting interface to make it there. We just know, just take this back door right over here, or this front door, to make it back to router 2, and then eventually we'll get there. Well, that's a static route, and again, this is not a recommended way to do this. The next thing they wanted us to do, he said, what's up? Originally from Queens. That's what's up. My brother used to live in Sunnyside, actually, in Long Island right now. I have a cousin that lives in Uniondale, and he said, your whole fam from Harlem. That's what's up. I got a lot of family in Harlem. My dad still lives there. Appreciate you for your content, trying to learn. That's what's up, man. Again, this is from the CCNP Lab Manual. So if you want to follow along, you have to pick up that book from Amazon. What was the next thing we wanted us to do? We looked at the routing table. We looked at that network. They want us to now configure a recursive static route for the 10230 network using the next hop address. So now we're going to do the next hop thing, right? They said what network? 10230. Where's that on this map? 10230 sits back here. They want us to make a static route to get there. How are we going to do it? Using the next hop, right? We're going to say to get to this network over here. All right, to get to that network. Well, let's go this way. To get to this network, bloop, with my ugly arrow there. All right. To take the next hop of this to get there. This right here. This interface right over here. Take that next hop. It's going to be what? 10122, right? Just by looking at that. That's how we get there. So we say, go to global config mode. We say IP route. Take the to get to the 192.168.2.0. I mean, what am I doing, man? What am I doing? What the hell are you doing, man?
You stupid.
10230 network. To get to the 10.2.3.0 network, subnet mask of /24, which is 255.0, like that. Take next hop of what? 10122, right? Is that what he said? Yes. 10122. So to get to this network, take this as your next hop right there. Right? I hope that makes sense, y'all. If there's anybody confused, we've been doing static routes all week. If you get confused, ask away in the chat over there, or go back a couple streams. We've been doing static routes like pretty much all week. But I'll answer any question, you know. Next hop of 10.1. What I said? 2.2. 2.2. Take that next hop right there. Bloop. Let's take a look at that, right? So that's called a recursive static route. Show IP routes 2.3.0. Remember last time we did the show IP route and then the network, right? It only showed us right here is where we did it. When we did it this way, or when we use the exiting interface, it just said, oh yeah, to get there, it's directly attached. It's directly attached to your FA00 interface. Well, we know that this is a remote network, right? Meaning it sits behind somebody else. We need to get through somebody else to get there. We got to use this as the next hop right there, right? So now let's take a look at it and see what it tells us. It tells us right here, show IP route to get there. We said we know that route because it's a static route. That's how it's known. We know that the administrative distance, or AD, is 1 for static routes, and then the metric is 0, right? Now I used to look at these and this output right here and used to think, oh, okay, well 10.1.2.2 is the next hop, right? No, this is the routing descriptor block, whatever the fuck that means. I have yet to look what that means. But if we really want to know what the next hop is, even though it's pretty much gives us the same thing, we got to do the show IP CEF is what I was showing y'all. Show IP CEF, and it's a the network 10.2.3. Excuse me. And it even says in plain English right there, next hop is 10.122, which means to get to this network right here, that's in this little circle, take the next hop of that right there, 10.1.2.2. That's how we get there, right? So, and again, when I was doing that, I don't know if y'all remember, a couple streams back, I kept doing this command right here, thinking that this is the next hop. Even though it's the same number, it's not telling us the next hop. I have to look up what router descriptor blocks are. So if y'all know, if anybody knows in the chat room over there, y'all let me know. But again, this really tells us what the next hop is. And also, look, the exiting interface. How do we get there? Through FA00. I know it says GI00, but my interfaces are different. Remember, I got these old ass routers over here, so the interfaces are different. Well, one of them has a gigabit interface. So what's the next thing they want us to do? So again, that's a recursive static route. The reason why they call it that, now I gotta remember this one here because I don't remember. It says something about looking it up twice. I can't remember. Hold on. I always forget why they call it a recursive static route and what it stood for. If anybody want to beat me to the punch there.
One eternity later.
Hold on for a second. Recursive static route. Every route lookup must resolve to an exiting interface. When the route for a destination is configured with an IP address as its next hop, so we did that. We configured that as our next hop, right? That's our next hop. That way. The router has to determine what exit interface to get to that next hop, which in our case, FA00, which causes a recursive lookup. A recursive route is one that requires an additional lookup in the routing table. So not only does he have to think about, okay, to get to this next hop, I got to use that layer 3 IP address. Well, how do I get there? I got to figure out what interface do I take to make it there. Do I need to go this way or this way? Well, we already statically said to get there, it's that way. And we already know that our IP address that lies in that network is gigabit, or in my case, FA00. So go this way. That is what a recursive lookup is, basically. See, Cisco Express Forwarding, or CEF, and I've done a video on this like maybe 3 or 4 years ago at the beginning of when I first started this channel, which is enabled by default, automatically works through the iterative process, say that 5 times in a row, iterative process of finding the exit interface so that the CPU is not involved in that process for each packet matching the recursive route. This helps reduce the latency and CPU load. The first method that we were using requires CPU, like work from the CPU, because it has to do an ARP lookup. Remember what ARP is? You're trying to figure out the IP address by looking up the MAC address. So the first method we used, we said, okay, we're going to use our exiting interface to make it to that network. Well, how do I get to that network? I need to find what's the neighboring router on this interface. Well, the neighboring router is this guy. So we do an ARP lookup. Oh, okay. Once we get his MAC address with the ARP lookup, he's going to give us the IP address, and then that's how we find out. Oh, okay, that's where that network lies. Let's take exit FA00 to make it there, and that's what do you call those static routes called? Directly attached static route, but it requires CPU and a CPU, a little bit more CPU power to kind of do that. The second method is where CEF steps in and it solves the next hop question for us, which means the router in this case will not have to perform an additional route lookup. This saves time and CPU cycles, which is how come when we do the show IP CEF, it says, oh, there's the next hop. Oh, by the way, here's the exiting interface. So that's pretty cool. What's the next thing we want to look up? Next task they have us do is how ghetto I sound, right? On router 1, remove the static route you've created for the 10.2.3.0 network. So they're making us do a little work here. Let's go to global config mode and remove that static route. Well, we've got 2 of them, don't we? Here's show IP routes. Oops, show IP show run. And let's do a section route. I thought we had 2 of them. They want us to remove the static route we created for the 10.3.0 network. So we only got 1. So we got to remove this guy right here. Bloop. Say no, that. Bloop. And then they want us to, once we remove that, they want us to do the same thing and add a fully specified static route, which is, and I think I kind of knew about this back in the day, but I don't really use it very often. And now I see how how to do them. A fully specified route is using the exiting interface plus the next hop. So basically, putting this right in our static route, right? So, in other words, same thing we did last time, right? We say IP route to make it into the 10 dot, right? Same thing, to the 10.230 network. Where's that? 10.230 network is here. We're saying use this as our next hop, and also use this as our exiting interface. So that's called a fully specified route. 10.2.3.0 network, subnet mask of 255.255.255.0. Take the next hop of 10.1.2.2, right? And also, I think we got to do the exiting interface first. That's what it is. So exiting interface of F800 plus the next hop of 10.1.2.2. Bloop. That is a fully specified route. So now let's take a look at the routing table when we do that. Show IP route, and let's just say, which I just learned about this one right here, right? Begin and then gateway to remove that annoying ass legend that be at the top. We're saying to get to this network right here, right? We said this is a static route. To get to this network, we know that's the subnet mask. This is the administrative distance, right? We know that's the metric. To get there, we can take the next hop of 10.1.2.2 plus the exiting interface. When we're defining both of them, that's called a fully static route. Fully specified static route. And that I did not really know about, and that's why I'm even though like the static routes are more of a CCNA topic, and it's not really one that you're going to use on an enterprise network very often unless you're trying to patch some shit up, right? This is how we learn a lot of this stuff, is by just doing it over and over again. I never knew about fully specified routes and doing them this way, so, and that's just being fully transparent with y'all, you know. They want us to do and then we did that, examine the output, we just did that. Now they want us to, we did that, and we saw that it's show IP route. Now they want us to do the same thing, right? We did this and looked at the whole routing table. Now let's look at specifically that, and if that network, right? 10 to show IP routes. Look just at that network. How do I get there? Now I also see that that is the network. How do I get there? Oh, this is the network. My bad. This is the network. How do I get there? Through this next hop, and also that's via this exiting interface, right? Exiting interface plus the next hop. Fully specified static route. Never knew about those, and we did like what, at least 10 streams on for the past couple weeks on static routes. That's one way. I don't know if Packet Tracer supports that feature or not. Y'all let me know. I don't think it does though. What else they want us to do here? We examined the output. We saw that it's both the next hop and exiting interface. Configure a static route to the 3.0 exit, 3.0 network. So 192.168 3.0 network. So now, router 1, they want us to do a fully specified route to this network right here. Bloop. Right. Obviously, we're going to take either this way or that way. One of those serial interfaces. And now they work this time because I actually looked at the cables and made sure that they work, right? So, configure a fully specified route to the 3.0 network using the exiting interface of serial 00, 000, which in my case is this one, minus serial 000, and the next hop. So they want us to do the exiting, so basically a fully specified route, right? Exiting interface plus the next hop of this. Where is it? That guy right there, dot 3. Right, so 10.1.3.3. So we're going to say global config mode, IP routes, take, to get to the 192.168 3.0 network, to get to this network back here, right? Remember, this is loop back. So to get to the 192.168.3.0 network, subnet mask of /27, which is 255.255.224. Take next hop of, actually we got to do the exiting interface first, which in my case serial 000, 0.0/0, and the next hop of 10.1.3.3. So 10.1.3.3. Bloop. Right? Then they want us to, what else they wanted us to do about that? Look at the routing table and basically look at the routing table and see what it says about that. Show IP route. We'll look at the routing table and then begin gateway. Oops, begin gateway. Look at the routing table. Look at the 3.0 network. How we get there? We say to get there, we said 80 is 1, metric is 0. Take the next hop of this and the exiting interface of this. They also wanted us to look at that network specifically. So show IP route 192.168.3.0. Bloop. It says to get there, you have a static route. It is via this next hop plus this exiting interface. Same thing, right? What if we add, this is, I think it looks different if you put the subnet mask. Okay, I forgot what it does when you actually put the subnet mask in that. Bloop. Then it tells you the, not necessarily next hop, but yes, the next hop. It is right there. And also the exiting interface. What else can we do? We could also do the same thing and do show IP CEF, right? So IP CEF to the 3.0 network. Bloop. Paste. Bloop. Exiting interface plus the next hop. Same thing, right? That, I remember, the CEF actually shows you the next hop. When you put just the network, I gotta look up what a router descriptor block is. If anybody knows, maybe I should just Google it, man. Let me just Google it real quick, because I really don't fucking know. Router descriptor blocks. It is fairly simple issue. The router descriptor block is a block, several lines that, no, that, is that what I'm looking for? Let's see here. Yes, I'm Googling, y'all. I have a network, blah, 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 blah. There's too much to read. Yeah, TLDR. Let's, I'll look that up later on my own time. So, but that is not, even though it is pretty much the next hop, as you can see, it's indicated right there. But that's not really telling us what the next hop is, I don't think. So, then they want us to, we examine the routing table, configure another fully specified route, but this time using the other exiting interface. So, to make it to this network, we said use this as the exiting interface. Now they want us to say, to make it to this network back here, use this as the exiting interface. Remember, those two cables are connected to the same router, so we should theoretically be able to make it there, right? Go to global config mode, IP route, to get to the 192.168.3.0 network, subnet mask of that. Oops. Got 255.224. Did they say fully specified? I don't remember. Let's see. They said configure another fully specified, yes, but this time use the other exiting interface, which in my case is 0010. So serial 0/1/0, right? The bottom one, right? So last time we took this way to make it there. Now we're going to take this way to make it there. Make it here, right? So now we're using 0010, and then the next hop of 10.133. So we're using this. No, that's 130. Let me make sure. Yes, this is the next hop, .130. So 10.13.130. So 10.1.3.130. Press enter. Take a look at our routing table again. Show IP routes 192.168.3.0. Bloop. Now we got two ways to get there. See that? Isn't that cool? Now let's take a look at it with the subnet mask. Bloop. 224. Bloop. We got two ways to get there, as we can see there. We have the next hop plus another exiting interface. Isn't that pretty cool? What else they want us to see after that? We could do the show IP CEF and then see that as well, right? Show IP CEF. Yeah, I guess we could do that. Show IP CEF to this network. Bloop, bloop. And now we got two next hops plus two exiting interfaces to make it there. That is pretty cool. The next thing they want us to do, we examine the router table. We already did that. Now delete the current route that uses the 010. So now they want us to delete this route right here. Which, let me just do it this way. Show running config. Severe thunderstorm. What the hell? Y'all trying to hoop or what? I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. Whatever. Show running config section route. And we're gonna say, he said to remove which one? The bottom one, right? I think he said that you remove this one right here. Let me just triple check. Delete the route that uses the 010 as the exiting interface. Yes, 010 as the exiting interface. So this one right over here. Remove that. They said to remove this. Global config mode. We say no it out like my coworker would say. exiting it. Now they said delete the current route, and that uses that, and add another static route. So basically put in that same static route, but this time add the administrative distance of 7, because remember we said an administrative distance for a static route is 1. Now they want us to do the same thing, manipulate it, and add an how do I say this? Customize the administrative distance, basically a floating static route. Y'all remember we done those as well, right? So let's put that back in. Right? Is that one it? Yes. And then add the administrative distance with question mark you'll see for context sensitive help, and then you can customize the administrative distance. Any number between 0 to 255, right? The higher it is, the worse it is, right? They just wanted to put the 7 there. Why did they make us remove it? And then you put it back in. Let me see. Let me make sure that, because that's starting to not make sense. Let me see real quick. Figure another one, but this time use the exiting interface of that. We did that. We looked at the routing table. Hold on, let me see real quick. Yep, we did that. And then they said to delete that, add in another static route via that. This time adding an administrative distance of 7. Yes, and then yeah, they basically want us to do a floating static route here. Is what it's going on here. And I think, how the hell are we gonna do it? Do we still have 2? Let me make sure we got 2 routes to that network. I think we do. I'm just kind of. Let me just make sure. Show route. Bloop. Yes, now we got 2. So notice, here's what I was trying to show y'all. We got 2 routes to make it to the same network, right? This one ain't gonna show up in the routing table until that first one is down, right? Remember what the floating static routes are? And I think they call them that because it's like an emergency backup floaty that you throw in the pool, right? To save somebody. I think that's why they call it a floating static route. I don't know. Let's do a show IP route and say, how do I get to this network? There's only one I'm going to show up in the routing table, right? Probably going to be that first one. He said to get there, I got to take 10.1.330 network, serial 000, right? Well, let's shut this interface down and see what happens, right? Let's look at our routing table again in full. And see, to get to the 3.0 network, he said to take this as my next hop and serial 000 as my exiting interface, right? Which is that top one, right? So this right over. He said to get there, take this one. Oops, yeah. Take this way to go to that network over here, right? Well, what happens when we shut this interface down? Obviously, they should use the backup route. That's what it should happen, theoretically, right? Let's go to global config mode and say interface serial what 000. Let's shut that bad boy down. If I could write a type /0, right? We said to get to that network, we're going to take serial 000. Well, what happens if it's shut down? Shut. We shut it down.
No, God!
Now let's take a look at our routing table. Do show IP routes. What happened to the 3.0 network? They said to make it there. Bloop, 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 bloop. There it is right there. He says to make it there, take 0.0.1.0 now, right? And the administrative distance is 7. And that's the point of a floating static route. We've covered that before anyway. But that is good to kind of go over. Hey, bro, what's the link to the Discord server? It is at the top of the chat. Oh, there. Good question, though. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Shout out to Q. Wow. Also, did you buy your laptop equipment from eBay? No, I bought my routers and switches from eBay. My laptop, where did I get that from? Shit. I might have got that from CompUSA. It's a store that's right by the Florida Mall. I can't even remember at this point now. Yeah, I can't even remember. It's been a while. But yeah, the routers and switches, most like about 95% of them I got from eBay. This one I actually got from OfferUp. This is one of these little. I haven't even powered this one on yet, but the guy gave them for free. I might do a giveaway on my channel and give these away, man. But apparently these are like staples from back in the day. I have yet to use them, but I wanted to power one on just to see what it's capable of and things like that. So I got 4 of them for free. So Anyway, the next thing they wanted us to do was, yeah, we shut that down. We looked at the routing table. The routers and switches, I mean. Yes, I got them from eBay. 95% of them. And OfferUp. Which is an app that's kind of like Craigslist, but a little quicker, I guess. We shut it down. We looked at the routing table. We looked at that. Now they want us to create a null static route. What's a null static route? Basically like a throwaway route. In case you get traffic that's destined for a specific network, ingress. What do you want to do with it? You take this information and you send it off to basically the trash can or a black hole. Why would we do that? Well, we might want to advertise other routes that can be considered a better route to make it to that network. So we would put in a null route. Let me see. They said they wanted us to create a null static route for the 209.165.200.0 network. Where's that at? That is back 209 network. Where's the 209 network? Anybody see it? I think it's at the top somewhere. The 209 network. Where the hell is that at? I'm blind. Damn. Am I looking at the right? Router 1, create a null static route for the 209.165 network. Where is the 201 network? I don't even see it on this map. The fuck? Is that? Yes, that's how. Check your local state auctions in your. Yep, exactly. Tons of them, man. Matter of fact, I was looking at a 1921 router today. It sold on eBay for like $15, but you had to pay like $25 for shipping, so it ended up being $40. But that's a pretty cheap deal. I honestly would not do that if I were you. If you're kind of like, unless you don't know anything about cabling or looking at, I like tinkering with hardware and seeing the blinkety lights. But there's always packet tracer. There's always EvenG and GNS3 when you start getting more advanced. So if you're just starting out, if I were you and your money is limited and your pocket's kind of tight, I would use packet tracer. It's free. And if it's for free, it's for me. Where the hell is the 20? I'm confused now. Nah, I'm confused. Let's look at these routers. Maybe I'm missing something here. Show IP interface brief. We want to make it to the unassigned, the 209 network. I don't see it on this guy. Maybe I'm missing something here. Show IP interface brief. Exclude unassigned. Yeah, I think that came from something else. A null static route to the. Maybe that's just not on there. Maybe that's what it is. I don't remember. I don't know. Let me look at the guide here and tell me why they wanted me to create a null static route that way. Maybe just because it's just not there. Yeah. So another type of static route that Greats provide. So it wasn't supposed to be on there. Provides a great deal of utility is the null static route. Using the null static route, you can insert routes into your routing table for destination prefixes that you do not actually have a path for. So we don't have a path for this network that we're about to configure. This allows you to basically drop traffic destined for specific prefixes. The null route can also insert summary routes in your routing table so that dynamic routing protocols can advertise them, while your router routes are based on more specific prefixes within that summary. So we're going to create a null static route on router 1. How we do that? Same thing, IP route, blah, 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 but at the very end, instead of using the exiting interface or next hop address, we're using null 0, which basically says this traffic that comes over here, take it and throw it down the trash can, All right, that one. Let's go to global config mode. We say IP routes. To make it to the non-existing network, 209.165.200. That's why it wasn't there. I was like, where is this interface? Oh, that's right. It's not supposed to be there. So we're taking any traffic that's destined for this network and then just tossing it away. The subnet mask is /24.0. Take the next hop of what?
One eternity later.
Null 0. We don't have a next hop because this is a non-existing network. So that's how we do it, just null 0 like that. And then they want us to basically look at the routing table when we do that. I think it's probably what they're going to have us do. Yes. Look at the routing table. Examine it. And then we're gonna move on to IPv6 routes. My favorite. Woo. Y'all hit me that like button. And make sure you subscribe if it's the first time you're watching. Right? Show IP. Let's do a show IP route to this non-existing network here. Bloop. Show IP route to that. Oops. Forgot the route keyword.
You stupid.
Route. And it says to make it to this network, take it to null 0. Basically sending our traffic to a black hole here. And then we look at the routed table. It says the same thing, but it uses null 0 as the next hop. So that's kind of, I think they call it a virtual interface too, even though it's not really there. So on router 3, so now we're gonna do some IPv6 routes, right? Here's the one thing I gotta remember too. I kind of was going through this and I was like, oh shit, I gotta do this, and I'm glad I kind of did this lab too. No matter how simple static routes can be, you can always, I've been learning something new all the time. So on router 3, create a static route to the 2001 DB8 blah 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 ACAD 1012 network, right? Where's that at? The ACAD 1012 network is right over, there's 1014, 1013, there's 1012 network right here. Bloop, bloop, bloop. This is from router 3's vantage point. They said to get to this network, use the next hop of 1023.2, which is, bloop, use that as your next hop to make it to that network back there, right? Because that's a remote network, right? I'm gonna copy and paste it because y'all know IPv6 addresses are prone to human error. Go to the config manual, we say IPv6 route, right? IPv6 route for IPv6, and then we put the IP address without the E there to make it to that network. Control E, and then take the next hop of 1023:2, which is bloop bloop, paste. Take that as the next hop. We look at a router table with what? Show IPv6 route. Bloop. And to make it to that network, where is my static route? It's indicated by that's my default route, right? This is my static route to make it to that network right over here, right? 1012 network. It says to make it there, take this is your next hop, 1023, right? 1023. Yes, 1023. 1023.2, right? That's my next hop to make it to that other network, right? And then we looked at the routing table, and then let's look specifically at this network. This right here. So basically, what we was doing was with IPv4, but we're doing it with IPv6. So IPv6 route to this network. How do I make it there? Boop. It is a static route. Administrative distance is 1, just like in IPv4. I don't know what the fuck a route count is. I guess just one of one routes that we have to make it there. And then the path to make it there, 1023.2, which is my next hop right over here. .2, right? Or :2 if you want to say. Or, what is that? I guess that's a colon, yeah. What else they wanted us to see about that? I think that's pretty much it, right? Do they want us to do a CEF lookup with that? Yes, they do. Oh, interesting. Yes. This is what I forgot about. So we did that. And then let's do this is what they wanted us to do too. Show IP, remember we was doing show IP CEF, right? Central Cisco Express Forwarding. Show IPv6 CEF. Oops, my bad. CEF. Then that route. Bloop. Guess what? IPv6 is not running by default. So, okay, well, let's turn that on, right? IPv4 CEF is turned on by default, like they said in the guide there, right? So, turn that on with IPv6, right? CEF, is that how you turn it on? No, that is not.
Are you fucking stupid?
Anybody? Oh, you got to do a configure terminal first, and then IPv6 CEF. That's how you turn it on. Now, now we've done that, and it says must enable IPv6 routing first. Does anybody remember how to turn on IPv6 routing? Yes, exactly. It didn't really take long for me to get this one too. Now this is when I like iOS actually tells you what to do, because I was going through this before too, and I was like, oh, I guess CEF is not on by default. Where was that at? It was up here. I was like, oh, okay, CEF is not on by default. Well, maybe you turn it on exactly how you do with IPv4. So did that, IPv6 CEF. Then it was like, oh, okay, well, must enable IPv6 routing first. Well, I'm glad it tells me each time, hey, this has got to be turned on. Hey, this has got to be turned on. iOS doesn't always work that way. To turn it on, it's IPv6 unicast routing. That's how you turn on. That's not on by default either. A lot of IPv6, maybe nowadays they are, but a lot of IPv6 features on routers are not on by default. You got to actually turn them things on, right? So it's IPv6 unicast routing. Now we can do IPv6 CEF. Now we turned on IPv6 routing. We turned on the IPCEF. Now let's try to do that show IPCEF, which is bloop. Gets right over here. Paste. Bloop. And now we can see the next hop in plain English. Bloop. That's the next hop. And also the exiting interface, FA00, which in my case, the map says gig00, but in my case it's FA00 because my routers don't have gigabit interfaces. But one of them do. Router 2 does. It's the : thing. Oh, you talking about, Dave, you talking about, whatchamacallit? A default static route. It's probably a default IPv6 static route. That's probably what you're thinking. So : /0 is a default static route for IPv6. That's probably what you're thinking of. I was talking about how to turn on routing altogether on a router. IPv6 routing. That's not on by default. IPv6 routing and IPv6 CEF. A lot of IPv6 features are not on by default. So I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Anyway, the next thing they wanted us to do was we looked at the CEF details. Show IPv6 neighbor command. Now this I never knew about right here. IPv6 neighbor. We can see pretty much link local addresses of the neighbor in this case. So we have his IPv6 address, right? This is from router 3's vantage point, right? There's router 3 over here. His neighboring router. Well, he got two neighboring routers, but we're concerned about that network. That's as this is the next hop, right? So this is our neighbor to make it to this network back here, right? He got to go through this guy to make it to that network over there, right? This neighbors command tells us information about our neighbor, the IPv6 address, or in this case next hop, and also the link local. I think that's the link local address. That's what that is right there. FE80. Yeah, that ain't on there. That's the link local address. And this shit I don't really know about, because like I said, I just learned about the IPv6 neighbors command there, so that's new for me. And then the exiting interface, same thing here. Stale, I guess that's just the stale entry. Can we delete our neighbor? Maybe we can. I don't know. I gotta dissect that. Well, like I said, that command is kind of new to me, so sorry I'm late. We got Anders Tech in the building. Anders Tech 79. Appreciate you for tuning in. It's all good, man. I just kind of just started streaming on the fly. I'm not streaming on the fly. I knew I was going to stream today. I just didn't know what time I was going to stream. So it's all good if you're late, because I didn't know what the hell time I was going to stream. I just kind of strolled in here and then pressed record. So the next thing they wanted us to do was remove the recursive route we configured earlier and replace it with a fully specified route using the link local address of router 2. So basically the command that we did before, now we're going to use the fully specified route, which is what? The next hop plus the exiting interface. So in this case, basically both of these guys right here. Next hop, bloop, right here. That's next hop, right? For him, the next hop right over there. That's next hop. And also the exiting interface. The interface we take to make it the egress interface is what they call it too, right here, which is in my case FA00, because I'm too broke to have gigabit interfaces. In my case is FA, fast Ethernet, right? So let's go to show run and remove that other recursive route, which is section routes, and get rid of that bad boy. We'll go to global config mode. We know it out. Put it back in and say to make it to that next hop. Not only do you have the next hop, but we also wanted to define. Come on, man. I hope he copied it. FA0/0 plus the next hop of bloop. That guy right there. So they wanted us to do that, right? Just like we did with IPv4, but this time with IPv6. They also wanted us to, they said to use the link local address of router 2. So let me make sure that I did that correct, because that's actually the layer 3 address. So let me get rid of that real quick. No. Bloop. Bloop. Let me get rid of that. Come on, man. No. So E, and then get rid of this. That's the layer 3 address. The link local address should be, let me make sure I look that up. Let me make sure, because that's in here too. So, yes, which was what we saw earlier. This guy right there. That's the link local address. Again, pretty much layer 3, layer 2 pretty much. Right, layer 2? Is that what that would be? I guess that would be layer 2. Use that as the next hop. No matching route to delete. Oh, because I got the no there.
Are you fucking stupid?
Get rid of this no here. And then put that bad boy in there. And then I think they want us to pretty much look, how do we make it there? And let's do a show IPv6 route. I used to make that mistake back in the day and be like, show IP route. And then I look up this IPv6 route and I'll see it in there. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So now we have a way to make it there. It's our next hop. This guy right here. I mean, not our next hop, our exiting interface. Why? Because we don't know about the layer 3 address using this. We have just pretty much the link local address and then the exiting interface. Now, I'm trying to figure out, is that my, yeah, that's my link local address. I don't think that's the link local address of that. But let's see. Let's go to router 2 real quick. I just needed to verify that. Let me see. Let's do a show IPv6 interface brief, and let's see, FE8022. Yes, that is it right there. So the link local address of the neighboring router, that's what that is. Because let me triple check on router 3 and make sure that, let's look at his interfaces. Show, y'all see what I'm doing here, right? Show IPv6 interface, oops, interface brief. Does he have a FA? No, he don't. So that's what it was. So this part right here is the link local address of the neighboring router. So this is a useful command, and I'm glad I learned about this one right here. I didn't really know about show IPv6 neighbors. And it gives us the layer 3 address plus the link local address of the neighbor. So we can define pretty much IPv6 routes using this. It's pretty cool, man. What else? What else we got going on here? So we did that. We looked at these fully specified static routes using that. We examined it. We looked at the neighbor. What else? We did the CEF. Oh, you could also do CEF plus the whatchamacallit. Where is it at? CEF. Did I do that already? I thought I did that already. 3. So IP route. Oh, maybe I didn't do it over something that didn't show up there. Where was it? Oh, because I tried to do that. So show IPv6 CEF that network, which was D10. Where's he at? Oh, it's down too. That's another thing. No, that's this one. This network. Well, that's the interface. I wanted to know about the network. Where's the network address? Network address is this guy. Show IPCEF with that. This network. And then what is the next one? What's the next thing I needed to check? Detail. There it is right there. Detail. Bloop. We see the next hop, exiting interface. We also see link local address, exiting interface. So that is pretty cool. We looked at the detail. A couple more show commands and we're gonna wrap it up, y'all. What was the next thing we wanted to do? So yeah, show IPv6 neighbors. That was something I did not know about, and I'm glad I looked at that. Remove the recursive route, replace it with a fully specified static route. Use link. Oh, we did that too. Show IPv6 route static. We kind of did that. I don't think we did that. No, we didn't. Show IPv6 routes, and just look up the static routes that we have so far, which we just created one. pretty much same thing that the CEF details told us about. Next hop, right here. To make it, he's saying basically this. To make it to that network right over there, 1012, right? The one ending in 1012, right here. See, 12. To make it to that network, take the next hop of 1023::2, right over bloop 2:2, right? Because this is the 1023 network. That's the prefix, and that's the actual address of that interface over there. So to make it to this network back here, take this as your next hop. The routing table also tells us what? Exiting interface. What's the exiting interface? The map says gig triple, but I'm too cheap, so I got fast Ethernet interfaces. That's how we make it there. That's the egress interface, right? And I think that's pretty much it. No, they want us to create a floating static route. Same thing we did with IPv4. I'll hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to your boy. And this time we're doing a floating static route with IPv6. So we'll go to global config mode, bloop, bloop, and pretty much create a backup route to make it to that network. Is it that network? Let's see. What network do they want us to create one for? They want us to create a static route to the 1000 network, the one that ends in 1000. Right? I'll show y'all real quick. Where's the 1000 network? Let's look at this map and see. And yes, that is a real one. Did I just bloop, bloop, bloop? Oh, okay. Bloop. Erase all of this stuff right over here. I just need to erase that. And make sure I got 37 in there. Yes, I do. The 1000 network is this one right here. Bloop. Where's he at? The 1000 network lies over the top left, the left. That network right there. This network over here. The one that ends in 1000. That IPv6 address right there. Y'all see at the bottom? This is from router 3. They want us to create a static route to make it there. And then use next hop of 1013.11, which is, there's the 1013 network, ::1. So use that as your next hop to make it to this network over here. Right? We go to global config mode, which we are, IPv6 routes to make it to this network. Take the next hop of 1013.1, which is that guy right over there. Bloop. And then also the exiting interface of serial. So they also want us to, it was supposed to be a fully specified static route. So also one for this network, right? I mean, use that as the exiting interface. Serial 010. Right? No, mine should be serial. Yeah, serial 010, but my 010 is pretty much that one right over there. Use that as next hop. Let me see. That's ending in 1013, so 1013 should be that right over here. So in my case, it's gonna be serial 000. Let me get rid of this real quick. Let me get rid of that. Bloop. Y'all see what I'm doing here, right? So put this back in to make it to this network. Use, yeah, that is your next hop, but remember we put the exiting interface first, then the next hop. So in this case, serial, which interface is that? You know what? Let me do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do a show IP interface brief so I can make sure. Verify, 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 right? Show IP v6 interface brief, and it should be, which interface would that be? The 1013 network, is it? 1013 network lies off of the 000 interface. Okay. Right? So to make it to this network right here, use serial 0/0/0, and also define the next hop, which is that guy right there. Bloop. Now we do a show IP, show IP routes. How do I make it to that network right over here? The 1000 network. Show IP out. Show IP routes. Come on, man. I think I'm done streaming right now, man. I'm ready to call it now, right? Show IP route. Jesus, what am I missing here? Show IPv6 route. That's what I'm doing here, man.
Are you fucking stupid?
6. There. Route not found. Oh, let's see. What are we doing here? What are we missing here? Show IPv6 route to the 1000 network. What am I missing? I didn't put that route in there? Maybe I put a no. Let's see. let's see. Control A, IPv6 route to make it there. Take it to the serial, blah, 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 interface. Yes, I do have a route to make it there. Why does he not know how to make it there? I guess we got some troubleshooting to do here. Let's see. The route to make it to this network is not found. Let's see. Is it because it's shut down? Maybe that's it. Let's take a look at router 1. I'm pretty sure he has show IP interface. That's probably what it is. Let's see. That is the reason why right there. Y'all see that? This is why it's good to troubleshoot. I'm like, why is that route not in there? Oh, I shut it down earlier in the stream. Shout out to Kev IT support. Stop real quick to say hi. Back to work for me. Man, shout out to Kev Tech support, man. Appreciate the super chat. Y'all, if y'all want to get into like any if y'all want to know more about like the A+ certification, I think he covers Net Plus stuff too, right? And customer service and IT support, help desk. Y'all check out his channel, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to him, man. So that's the reason why the route didn't come up, is because it's admin down the interface. So I'll show y'all real quick. Bloop. Put an X there. What interface? He said, all right, so I shut down the 000 interface. So basically, this interface right here is down. That is the reason why we go back to router 3, which is this guy over here, right? That's the reason why the route's not found, because that other interface is down. We're saying to get there, take 000. Well, the other end of that 000 is down. We got chewed up by our proverbial gopher that's always chewing up fiber, right? So let's go back to router 1. Turn up that interface, 000 interface 0/0/0. No shut that bad boy, right? Wait for it. It is up now. Let's go to router 3 and take a look at our routing table again. Not the routing table, but just that specific route. So IPv6 route to that. Bloop. And now we have a route to get there. We have the next hop plus the exiting interface that we defined, right? Isn't that cool? That's the reason why it was down. So that was good troubleshooting there. He said, Dave W said, do you need a serial interface for the last route? Yes, I did. So these little red, what you call it? Bloop, 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 bloop. Are you talking about for the exiting interface? That's what they asked for a fully specified route. Remember, for fully specified static route, you're using the exiting interface plus the next hop. And so in this case, what I'm saying is from router 3 to make it to this, I ain't gonna say that long ass address, that IPv6 address, which sits off of loopback 0, to make it there, take this exiting interface, which in my case was 000, and also use this next hop. Oops, let me not cover it. : 1, right? So this long ass address, : 1. That's how I make it there. That's what we're doing with that command over. Bloop. Yeah, of course I'm down with. Oh no, actually I'm up with Litecoin. That's cool. Crypto, man. Any crypto boys in the house, man? I think it's starting to come up a little bit, just a little bit. Not really up, but we're at least seeing some sort of upwards trajectory for now. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we did with this command right here. Basically, yeah, I know it's a lot there, but we have our next hop and the exiting interface with that, and that's what that defines there. Now they want us to do a floating static route, shut down the other interface, and watch the floating static route come up. How we do that? Create another static route. Okay, so another static route to this network, right? This network back here, this guy right over here, that guy right over here, this guy right over here. But this time use this as your exiting interface, and also change the administrative distance so that way in this case this one goes down. When our ex-girlfriend comes over and chops over that fiber cable, now we have a backup route to make it there, right? So how we do that? We'll copy the network. We go to global config mode. We say IPv6 routes to make it to the network of this. Take the next hop of pretty much the same next hop. No, actually no. The other next hop is going to be .129. That's the other next hop, because the other one's going to be down, right? So I want to copy and paste that because I don't want to write that long ass address. Let's write it. Fuck it. We haven't been writing in a while, right? So 2001, y'all see that too? Let's take the next hop of two. No, we got to do the exiting interface first. Serial. No, what am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong here? Oh, I forgot the slash, the subnet mask, and then the serial. Come on, man. I'm ready to go, y'all. 0/1/0. Take the next hop of 2001. Right, this next hop right over here, right over. Bloop. Let's use another color. Take this as your next hop, right? From here, take that as your next hop, and also this is your exiting interface, right? That's what we're saying with this. 2008 DB8 ACAD, right? So DB8 ACAD what's the other one? 1014 10.14 and /64. No, we need the next hop. It's not /64. What am I thinking? 1. That's the next hop, right? You see that right here? 1 is our next hop. Remember, this is the network address. That's just a prefix, right? So 1, and then yeah, we did the exiting interface, and then administrative distance. We question mark for context. Where is it at? Do we need to do that? What am I missing here? There it is. Why did I? Oh, I don't need the subnet mask for that. So administrative distance of, what did they ask for? They said administrative distance of 17. Bloop. Bloop. Is it going to be in our routing table? Show IP routes. IPv6 route, rather.
You stupid.
I just forgot. Sometimes you got to do both. BOFF. To make it to the 1013 network? No, the 1000 network. Where is he at? I don't see him. There he is, right there. My bad. This is these freaking IPv6 addresses, man. To make it to this network, take the exiting interface of serial 000, which is this first line. That's what he says. But now we're gonna chop up that cable and see how to make it there. How do we do that? Let's go to the other router and shut down that serial interface, which was the one we brought up earlier. Interface serial 0/0/0, right? Again, we're shutting down this interface over here, bloop, bloop, and then we're gonna use that bottom serial interface to make it there, right? Shut that bad boy down, bloop.
FBI, open up!
And then we cut up that fiber cable, and then we see it's down. We take a look at our router table and see how do we make it to this network over. Where's he at? How do I make it to that network? I take 1013 as my next hop, and then notice the administrative distance is now 17. This is how it looked like before, remember? He said to make it to the 1000 network, take the next hop of 1013, but serial 000 is your exiting interface. Now my exiting interface is 0010 plus the administrative distance is now 17. And the reason why that one came up is because the other one's down, right? Y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Jason Henry in the building. Shout out to you. He said, why hasn't serial 000 not shown on the topology diagram? Newbie. Good question, Jason. The reason why is because in the book, when you follow it along, there's so many models of routers and switches that you can use. Your interfaces might be different. So mine, I have an older 1921 router. I'm sorry, my router 3. So router 3 is my 1841 router. It only has serial interfaces and fast Ethernet interfaces. So I had to substitute what interface I'm going to be using. That's why. So when you're doing these lab manuals, when you get to like all the way to the most advanced levels, and you're following these workbooks, and it tells you, okay, configure this interface as that. Well, there's so many models, make-it models that are out there that they can't have the exact interface for everyone. You just have to kind of substitute it. So even though the topology says serial 010, mine's, I have different slots and different interfaces, so that's why it's different. But good question though. What I was gonna say, follow me on social media platforms, Twitter and Instagram at NetworkBruh. I typically stream. I try to stream every day. It'll be sometime between 6 and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's see if we can ping that address, right? I mean, we doing all this routing and shit and all these damn static routes. Can we even make it there, right? Let's just see if router 3, I'm pretty sure you can make it there, but we'll see, right? Router 3, and if not, we'll have a little bonus troubleshooting, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending on how to make it to this network over there, right? 1001 is what we're trying to get to. So 1000, this network, colon 1. Let's go to router 3 and ping. Do you have to do IPv6 to do that? IPv6? Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta do IPv6. Actually, I think you could do it without that, right? Let me see. Colon 1. Get on our knees, pray to the network gods. No valid source. Let's do that. Let's see. IPv6. What you gotta do. Ping IPv6 and then add address. Or maybe I gotta change the source address to do that, right? Is that what it is? Same thing. I forgot how to do. Do I have to change the? How do you change the source? No source, no valid source address. That's another fundamental. How you ping IPv6 addresses again? As if anybody remembers. You have to do ping, and then the IP address, and then the exiting interface. Repeat source. That's probably what it is. And then the exiting interface, in my case, is serial 010 50. Sending. So now that's what it is. You gotta actually. So I'm gonna do. Change the source address for IPv6. That's what I remember now. Is it 000 to make it there? 0/0. No valid source. It is 010. But what am I missing here though? There's something I'm missing here. He said we got ICMP echo of that. Packet sent with the source address of 1014. Let me make sure. 1014 010. No, my case was supposed to be 000. Let's bring up the other one real quick and see, because I done forgot now how to even ping using IPv6. We got, yeah, you said respect. Yeah, appreciate that, man. We about to wrap it up here, but I just wanted to ping it real quick first. Bloop. There it go, right there. Now it came up. It's something with the floating static route that I had right there. So
All I do is win, no matter what.
and I don't feel like fucking with it right now. So we got 100% success rate. We was able to